Alright. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to part 2 of Toby Black, here with Spider-Man 2. It's gonna be real sick. So I'm just gonna get right into it. We're gonna do a countdown here, and then I'll get going. So, here we go. I'm gonna go on go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So, immediately the first thing that we're going to do is skip the tutorial. I'm going to do a little bit of complex movement before the game takes control away from me. Going to jump up here, wall sprint, swing, get a jump out of it. It's about as well as you can expect there. Bruce Campbell's going to start talking. Unfortunately, we have to stop him by skipping the tutorial.
Well, sequel time already.
Very sad.
Welcome back, I guess.
And tutorial's done. Right away, the game wants us to go to the pizza parlor, and the first thing that we're going to do is pretty much the exact opposite of that. I'm going to go in more or less the entire opposite direction, because Peter is going to realize a bit after me that he is late for class. So we're just going to go to the class right away. However, one of the core tenets of Spider-Man 2 speedrunning is, unfortunately, no matter how fast you are, you will never make it to Dr. Connor's class, because it will be interrupted.
I should be able to make it as long as... Help me! Right on cue.
We're going to go over here into the first combat.
Sorry, Dr. Connor.
These thugs are pretty weak. It's a simple 3-punch combo. If you can actually get it off, we'll take them out. You can kind of chain these together. This guy's gonna run away from us. I'm not gonna let him though. I'm just gonna do a quick mule kick, punch, grab the suitcase, move on with our life. Finally, we're gonna return to Dr. Connor's class. A bit too late, unfortunately. And skip the cutscene. There's gonna be a map in our face. That's not a huge issue. I don't need to see to play the game. It's fine. And finally, we're making our way to the pizza parlor. Now, unfortunately for the meme lords in chat, there is no pizza mission in this run. I'm going to be skipping it because it is slow. Until then, I have the first stretch of proper movement. Now, movement in this game is very cool. There's a lot of freeform aspects in it because of how complex it is. It's pretty much impossible to say, plan the exact number of swings and where you're going to swing to get to your destination. It's just not going to happen. So you have to use your abilities, almost like freeform jazz, one would say, if you wanted to be a bit overbearing about it. And figure out what you can do with the tools at your disposal to get to the destination. You're going to see me collect a lot of secret tokens in this run, and the reason being is that we need hero points to get to the next chapter at any given time. And the easiest way is generally through secret tokens. You can get them on the way to destinations. They're all over the place. They're just very convenient and nice to get. Very common theme in this run is going to places before the game tells you to. And the game telling you to go to them on the way. Here's another example. The birthday dinner with Mary Jane and Harry. I'm gonna go quick change that alley because nothing ever goes right in Spider-Man's life. That's gonna get interrupted. And we have to go to the art gallery to stop some thieves.
I must be out of my mind.
These thieves have a bit more health, so I'm going to do a spinning kick, one aerial punch, not two, and follow it up with a combo. You can do those in slightly different order like I did there if it doesn't work out. We make our way over to the second group. See, this guy up there is trying to make his way over there. I'm going to try to cut him off. He's being kind of a jerk. run into the stairs. Usually he doesn't like to do that. This guy doesn't even know we're here. Getting a bit of a rude awakening. And we're moving into the first Black Cat chase. Now, there are a number of these. This is the only one that is a proper auto-scroller for reasons I will get into when they become relevant later. But for the time being, it does serve as a bit of a relaxation until the excitement that is pretty much the entire rest of the run. There is a little bit of complexity here. For example, we're going to take a quick detour here and take a quick little shopping trip. And I'm going to buy 2 swing speed upgrades and grapple. Grapple is required and useful later, and the swing speed upgrades make you go faster, so very useful.
She's right. If I don't pick up the pace, she's as good as gone.
The rest of this is this Black Cat chase, if you can call it that, is going to be me going to the places where Black Cat would normally stop and wait for you and make sure that I am moving when she arrives there, because if I'm moving, for example right there, she would normally stop if you were standing still. For some reason, moving makes her not stop. You get to save those frames.
Right.
And during all of these Black Cat chases, Black Cat is going to be constantly mocking us for being further or closer to her, despite the fact that we might be ahead of her or constantly on her ass. Gonna go up here to the ending point of the race and wait for her.
Why don't you go chase an ambulance or something? Whatever it is.
Here she
But
comes.
it infringes on Lawyer Man's turf, and you wouldn't believe how ticked he gets.
That's going to end the Black Cat chase and thus Chapter 3.
What was with that girl?
Moving into the beginning of Chapter 4, we're going to head towards the Daily Bugle for the first Daily Bugle mission.
New items every time a new chapter starts. Aha! Next time you have a chance, visit the store and check out what they've got.
During these Daily Bugle sections, there'll be a handful of times where we have to play as Peter Parker, who moves a bit slower than Spider-Man. But fortunately, it's just during our time in the Daily Bugle here. I'm going to talk to Betty,
Hi, Pete.
I think that's the...
skip a few cutscenes, and we're going to head out of there. Now we gotta take some pictures around the Empire State Building in what is, in my opinion, one of the cooler bits of movement in the game. If I can hit it. Swing here. A wall sprint and another wall sprint to get up. All of these movements, unlike, say, movement when you were going from line to line, pretty much all of these movements are planned here. For example, I'm going to do a wall sprint and then one single swing here to get around the pole. And now for Empire State Building jump. Straight onto the top. Just do a quick wall sprint jump. I'm going to attempt to get some gliding here. Gliding is when you miss a swing, the game gives you a little bit of movement boost in the air. So I missed a swing there on purpose after hitting one to get that, to manipulate that movement boost. We're going to bring the pictures back.
Oh, this is great.
Give them to Robbie. He loves them. He's a huge fan. Talk to Betty once more so that Jameson can tell them that they're all right and he hates us. And then we're going to leave. So now we're going into the Rhino fight. And during this fight, I'm going to be doing some new tech. where I slide against the wall, cancel my spinning kicks with the wall sliding animation. This is called slide cancel kicks, and they're very fast damage. Oh, if you don't do that, that would be good. They're very difficult to do properly, to the point where I wasn't originally going to do them in this marathon run.
This is the part where you fall down. Not where you are by using your head, I see.
Ah. Sometimes it leads to that. If you mess up, you'll get a 4 cycle, but it's fine. We can just quick kick him again, take him out. Gonna get a couple more secret tokens to round out this chapter. One here. And another one here in this little nook. Getting us into chapter 5. Chapter 5 is all about movement and challenges. We're gonna make our way over to that white dot, actually listening to what the game wants us to do for once. And I'm gonna grab a quick secret token along the way here. Let's see if I can properly get it. Wall sprint my way up there, grab it, and keep moving. Quick meeting with Dr. Octavius. Was a quick meeting, wasn't it? Only took a couple seconds. While Spider-Man is nerding out about meeting Doc Ock. Gonna head over this way, grab another secret token on our way to a challenge. The reason we're going to be doing a challenge race is that they are good for getting large bursts of hero points. We need a lot more hero points than a secret token, for example, is going to net us. So I'm going to go over here to a challenge, which is just up here on this building. This one we need to get, actually, I think within 18 seconds. Actually can't quite remember. But I'm going to attempt to go for another manipulated gliding. Didn't get it, that's fine. Just keep moving. That gliding is a bit harder to get than the one off the statue of, or rather Empire State Building. So we went ahead and got that mega time. Got a boatload of experience. And we're moving into the next chapter. So as you can probably see, this chapter requires us to get these photo op tokens. Specifically because Bruce Campbell wants us to, and I don't want to upset that man or disappoint him in any way. So we're just gonna get it. We're just gonna get these tokens. But before we get the final one, because the final one triggers a black cat chase, we have to go on a Mary Jane date real quick. I'm gonna go up to Mary Jane's apartment.
Peter.
She wants to meet us in, I don't know, buy some dumpster or something. So here's the dumpster where the date takes place.
I don't see anyone around. Now's my chance to change real quick.
Great date. I think it went well. Now we're gonna make our way back to that 5th photo op token. Activating that token starts the next Black Cat chase. Now this Black Cat chase, along with every other one, unlike the first Black Cat chase, Black Cat's movement speed is tied to how close you are to her. So getting closer to Black Cat will cause her to move faster. Because of that, while I am going to be taking some detours, like right there, the swag swing right onto the secret token, get that one like 1 in 100 tries, I am going to be, for the most part, attempting to stay as close as possible so that she moves faster and the chase goes faster. That being said, I'm going to go on a quick shopping trip. You know, I think we got time for a quick shopping trip.
Come back.
I'm going to buy a swing speed upgrade, web zip, and air jump off kick, which will be useful in combat later. Web zip is pretty useful as a general get out of jail free card, although it does let you move faster in certain instances. Web zip being this move right there. You just do a little zip. Grab that free skyscraper token for a little bit of extra hero points.
Chasing me again? I'm flattered.
I wouldn't
And
be
keeping close to
chasing
Black
me.
Cat seems to save roughly 30 seconds throughout the run, so it is important to do so. Being able to minimize the time you spend away from her is, in my opinion, a pretty underrated skill in the speedrun. I am going to go a bit ahead of her here, grab the token, and then wait for her at this building, because this is where the chase ends. And that'll do it for that chapter. Here we go into Chapter 7, the bane of many a Spider-Man 2 speedrunner. And we will see why shortly. Until then, we gotta go to the Daily Bugle once again.
Black Cat seems okay. Maybe a little bit of an attitude, though.
So, the first thing we're gonna do in the Daily Bugle is leave it. I don't even know why we came here, seems kind of pointless.
So Quentin
But
Beck's to prove I'm
we've gotten word that Quentin Beck thinks we're a fraud. We gotta shut him up, so we're gonna go to the theater and perform a bunch of dumb challenges. So this first one, I'm going to be grabbing and throwing them into the pits. Now there are a limited amount of these thugs that spawn, and generally it doesn't even matter. They'll usually end up winning, so you just want to get them into the pits as fast as possible, whether they are red or green. I will be thinking a little bit about points here. For example, here I'm going to go a little bit over to the left to get some people in here to get a couple points.
I don't know about your effects, but your education must have been
It's
special.
important to move fast because sometimes Quentin Beck can grab the last guy before you, and then you'll have to wait for him to throw them in.
Let go of me, freak!
Our pit spawns are not doing so hot right now. We'll see where it puts this next one. If it's here, we'll be doing pretty good. It did not put it there, so I'm going to move over here.
Better than you, Spider-Man, and today I'm going to prove it.
Your parents never hugged you, did they?
Alright, other one. We got one more cycle.
Oh no, not again.
We're doing pretty good on points now. I don't think it's even physically possible for us to lose at this point. Ooh, the double. Sometimes you get lucky and you can just knock the second guy in.
I mastered this trick on the set of ninjas of
Sometimes this happens where they kind of get stuck on it. You can just grab them and throw them in.
You know, the
And we win. On to the second challenge. This one is a maze, where I'm going to be doing some pretty precise movement to attempt to get one cycle here and not have to
you're lucky I'm such a good sport.
restart from a checkpoint. So I'm going to be doing a very specific swing here. Didn't get shot. That's a bit of a scary part. Do a web zip over.
Oh,
The next switch. This one, it's fine to get shot. Going to be doing a very specific charge jump over here. Hit the switch. And a web zip to the final one will do it. And that is Quentin Beck.
the real phony here.
Done. That is a very scary part. Especially, I like to call it the noob killer. So
Back.
we need a little bit more hero points before we can move on to the next chapter. So I'm gonna real quick grab the quickest challenge in the game, or second quickest, but this one is right here, so I'm gonna grab it. Need to get this in 5 seconds. Firing some pretty specific wall sprinting. And boom, that's done. Moving on to Chapter 8. We've got another meeting with Doc Ock at this one, so... barring a quick stop at the store, I'm just gonna head straight there. Some nice gliding there. Take a quick pitch stop at the comic shop, you know. Gotta respect where you came from. Gonna grab some combat upgrades, a couple of aerial combo upgrades to get the full air, 4-hit air combo, as well as the hero punch, which will come very useful later on, and another swing speed upgrade to make us move a little bit faster.
His theories are amazing. My head is still spinning from talking to him. Oh no. Mary Jane's play.
So now we've forgotten Mary Jane's play. I've already begun heading over there before Spider-Man even remembered. Like everything else involving Peter's personal life, something's gonna pop up to stop us from actually watching that play. As much as I'm sure you all want to see it. As armed gunmen rob, I think is a store. I'll take out this sniper up here and then move on to these ones below. I'm going to be attempting to swing in between the combos so that I don't have to land and jump again. So, now there's a going to be a sniper on a truck. I don't want to deal with the sniper, so I'm just going to yeet him over there and jump on the truck. Ideally, I don't have to dodge the shot here. I do. They fired too early.
Stopping? I guess I finally have your attention.
Okay. I knocked one of the thugs into the other one. So up here, there is a chance for the game to crash. I do have a backup save if that happens, but I'm going to be moving particularly slowly into the loading zone over here in an attempt to stop that from happening. Okay, we're good. That was the thing I was most nervous about. Another black cat chase. Like usual, I'm going to be sticking as close as possible to her.
Maybe so.
I'm really glad that didn't crash. I've never had it crash when using the move slow strat, but that is a good one. So up here there is going to be a useful little bit of tech that's going to save us a couple seconds. In a little bit, Black Cat is going to pause and start talking like, "Oh, I can't believe you finally got here." For some reason, opening and closing the map just stops that dialogue, and she just keeps moving. I don't know why it happens. It's pretty neat.
So, nice night, huh?
I'm gonna just go out of my way to grab a secret token and then link back up with her. Here she's gonna stop and talk. I'm gonna move ahead because the loading zone for the end of the chase is loaded. I have to be a little bit careful because if I go too far ahead, I'll fail the chase. That should be good.
Very funny. Hang on a second, let me catch
We've
up.
moved into the alley fight, which has killed many a casual player. And could be potentially bad here. Now, quick take out this guy, grab the secret token. This other guy comes chasing after us, and we're going to link up with the rest of the fight going on over here. This guy doesn't have a health bar for some reason, it just kind of happens. Wow, they are shooting me up.
Hanging in there, Cat?
Accidentally activated the slow-mo. Guys are being real big jerks to me right now, but it's fine. And they're gone. Quick here, head immediately back towards the Daily Bugle. Pretty precise movement that you need to do to go diagonal like this, but actually doing a pretty decent job at it right now. That brings us into Chapter 9. The longest chapter in the game. By the title, when aliens attack, you might... that might imply what's going on in here.
All the world is my dressing room.
Hi, Pete.
So as soon as we leave the Daily Bugle here, we gotta head towards the theater.
Okay, guess I
So yet again, Peter is late. It's a constant issue with him. It happens all the time. He just can never be on time. But first we're gonna quick buy another swing speed upgrade. That's gonna easily make up the time that it takes to go out of the way to buy it in the long run. As you may have noticed, a lot of shorter swings tends to be faster than doing longer swings, and the reason for that is that each swing lets you boost once, so stacking more boosts is better than stacking less boosts. It's just basic addition. So here the alien robots are attacking the arena, as happened in the movie, I believe. So I'm gonna do some pretty specific movement here. Try to start with the right side here. Fumble a little bit getting the guy, that's okay. You just gotta get them over here to save them. Going to punch this one, and I'm going to attempt to do a drive-by here to grab this guy. That's a long one. From downtown, we grabbed him. But this guy, easy to forget this guy. It's not very memorable, but we got him. These robots can be a bit derpy, like that one who is consistently running up against the wall in every speedrun. That's all the robot's done with. Now we just gotta save these last 3 reporters. Just a simple kind of arcing swing to get back up to the top of the theater. Sometimes this happens where you swing on the side, you can do a really neat little wall sprint jump to another swing to get yourself to the top. And with this last reporter, that's a pretty good theater.
Even as we speak, my armada is advancing on your city. Our first target will be your Statue of Liberty.
This cutscene can't be skipped. I don't know why. There are like 2 unskippable cutscenes in the game, and they're both in this chapter. It's gotta be one of Mysterio's powers.
I can hardly wait to see what he has cooked up for that.
Bit of a bonk there. So here I'm going to be not just completely ignoring what it's telling me to go to because there's a cutscene there. Instead, I'm just going to go around it. We're going to swing over here. We want to get at least 500 away. You can see the little number in the bottom left there. And then we're going to splash down close enough so that we wash up on Liberty Island. I'm going to immediately drop down and swing on one of these little rising elevators into the orbs section, which a lot of casual players do not like. However, once you realize that punching just kind of magnetizes you to the orbs, it's not that bad. So this is going to be the general rhythm here. Swing, web zip, and punch. So as soon as I finish this last orb, Mysterio's brain is going to be vulnerable. It takes just over a combo to take it out. So I'm going to stop in the middle of my first combo and then do a full combo to take it out. Next, we gotta go to Mysterio's college apartment. That's where he lives and that's where he keeps his secret base. So it's just a nice section of pure movement here. Gotta go to the last little row of streets here. I'm going to attempt to swing right into the window. Not quite. That would have been neat to get on the marathon.
Wow. Mysterio's hidden fortress looks.
Here's the other
like an
unskippable cutscene. Pretty short. Here we have the clowns. They can't be comboed very easily, so I'm going to be doing what's called multi-kicks, where I'm going to be attempting to cancel my spinning kick into another spinning kick with air jump off kick. It's pretty difficult tech. I didn't get any there. I like to start off with the hero punch here.
I've been flipped off before, but never quite like that.
There's a multi-kick.
So strange.
Occasionally I'm going to be throwing in dodge uppercuts.
What's going on?
Sometimes they go flying. It's just kind of something you have to deal with every once in a while. Usually you can kind of predict it.
Great. Norman's hopping at me. Better be careful.
Oh, this one's a jerk. Running away from me a lot. You're gonna get the only partial health upgrade in the game. It kind of feels mean because every other health drop fully heals you. Now we're into mirrors. Now every, like, third mirror, I believe, we need to destroy. That's not the right one. And I've gone a little bit slow, so right now we are at the mercy of these little disfigured Spider-Men, especially if I keep missing mirrors. Fortunately, though, everything went pretty smoothly. They did not bother me. There are times if you go slow, they can web yank you and make you lose even more time.
Looks like I found the exit. Finally.
Creak through this door as it opens. Wait for the trigger because the windows won't open otherwise.
Finally.
And then what I did there was I actually skipped a bit of waiting.
Never see another
There is a
car
trigger
like
right outside of that window where, for some reason, you need to leave the you need to enter the trigger, leave the trigger, and re-enter it to cause the dialogue skip. Not sure why, but that was why I did that little wall jump off the edge of the wall to make sure that I left and then immediately re-entered it. Now we're gonna need a lot of hero points here, so immediately I'm just gonna go into this challenge, the aptly named jump and web zip challenge, because that's all you do. Oh, okay, that is not supposed to happen. However, I should have time to make it up. I believe you have 35 seconds here. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Thankfully that mega time is very generous, so that that pretty bad blunder was not a huge deal.
Better hurry.
Next we have one more Dr. Octavius demonstration. So I'm just gonna swing my way over there. Important thing to note about this bit of movement is that it goes through Central Park, which is a real test of skill, reactions, and adaptability. Because of the thick foliage, it can be kind of difficult to see. And sometimes you might lose your web like that. However, still made it through alright. And we're in. So immediately, there's going to be a generator that I'm going to have to punch in here, because everything went wrong. I'm going to punch it and then run back to avoid the explosion.
Don't have time for subtlety. Just have to
And then from there, it's just as simple as waiting for it to go back before jumping in,
almost got it. Only one
so that I
turn
don't accidentally jump into the reactor.
left. I did it. Well, the city didn't get blown up.
Fortunately, Doc Ock's wife died, and he turned into a supervillain, but we don't quite know that yet, so
On it again.
we're just gonna go to Dr. Connor's class. I'm sure it'll go well this time. I mean, we missed the last class. I think we're due for a nice little bit of education, you know. But it's important that I enter this fight with the robots before the class, on the street level, because the robots will fly down to your level, and fighting them in the air is not a good look. They will not cooperate in the air at all. They're actually not even cooperating now.
Find a safer line of work.
I have never seen this one so high.
Oh my.
But we got through it.
Zigged when you should have zagged.
Another skipped cuts. Ooh, that was a delayed explosion sound. Another skipped cutscene of Dr. Connors getting the snot beaten out of him, I think. We bring him to the hospital and we think, well, let's go to the Daily Bugle.
I need to figure out what happened to him, but I don't have any leads. I should drop by the Daily Bugle. Maybe I can pick up a lead there. Or at least earn enough to pay my electric bill.
I'm swinging a bit off to the side here so that I can bounce off the wall. Continue making my way through. You touch the ground like that when swinging. If you react to it, you can just do a quick sprint and jump out. We'll make our way in.
This should be a safe spot for change. Hi, Betty. Dr. Octavius is...
Kind of buffer a roll there usually. I'm not sure why it happens. Usually Peter Parker can't roll, but works out. Now we're making our way into the next chapter. Chapter 11. We gotta meet with Aunt May at the bank, and those of you who have seen the movie knows that does not go well, like at all.
I withdraw the question.
The bank is a terrible idea, but that's the only choice we have, so. Got another bit of nice movement here. At the point of the game where I'm starting to move pretty fast. 5 out of the 6 possible upgrades in the run, as far as swing speed goes. There's going to be a change icon that's going to spawn right there. And this fight can go a few ways depending on how Doc Ock reacts to us. We'll see if he's kind or not. He was not, so I'm going to attempt to dodge, web him up, and take him out with one combo.
What an unpleasant surprise. Still, not one for which I am wholly unprepared.
Oh, that did not kill him. That was supposed to kill him. I'm gonna go into slow-mo and just kick him in the face for disagreeing with me.
I'm gonna have to fight. Out of my way.
Now I've got this thug fight. Some simple air combos. As long as they are cooperative, it should take them out. Sometimes when they're in this hallway, your air combos can get interrupted. Seems like that didn't happen this time. Now we've got the helicopter chase. I'm going to be going for a new strat called 2 Token, where I get 2 secret tokens during this chase. I'm going to quick activate the helicopter. Oh, okay, never mind, I've changed my mind. We're going for backup strats. This is fine. I thought I missed the helicopter trigger, but I actually didn't. Shame, I would have liked to show off 2 Token. Oh well, we got through it. That just means that we're going to have to grab a couple warehouse tokens after we save Aunt May from this train here.
I read about Octavius' attacks, but somehow I just didn't believe it.
But first I'm going to be grabbing this challenge right here because we are in dire need of hero points. This is another real quick challenge. It's going to give us well over 1,000 points. All you gotta do is swing in a straight line, it's easy. The toddler could do this, you know. It is actually kind of a difficult challenge.
Octavius blamed him for Rosie's death. Guess I can't say I'm...
But because we didn't get the tokens during the helicopter chase, I'm gonna need to go in here, grab this token. Peace, there's some fellas in there, it's fine. We're gonna go to the disco here, take a quick dance, and grab the token to get the points we need. Moving us into chapter 12. But we've got to go to the Daily Bugle. I lied, we have to go to Peter's apartment. Whenever I see a white dot, I tend to associate it with the Daily Bugle. But I tricked myself. You have to do some pretty complex movement through some... Moving diagonally over buildings is always a bit of a trick. Fortunately for us, Peter Parker tends to keep a secret token over his balcony. I guess that would be Peter's neighbor. But we're gonna quick grab that, get what we need from the apartment. And I think Mary Jane's doing another play here. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched the cutscene associated with it in forever. But a bit more, this is some pretty difficult movement. You're, like I said, moving diagonally over buildings. But actually got through it pretty well. First, in this next Black Cat chase, we're going to jump down here, grab the secret token there, take a little bit of fall damage. That's fine. Because we are always hungry for hero points, we're going to grab another token here. And then meet up with Black Cat over at this building. From here, because Spider-Man is such a hungry man and he can't get enough of those delicious hero points, we're going to swing over to this kind of construction area, grab a couple in here. Here's another noob killer. So what I was saying is if I lose here, I'm a noob. Nope, we're good, not even close. Get both of those tokens. Quick web zip swing brings us back to Black Cat. And like I said, trying to stay as close as possible to her to save time. Make her move faster. And I just know where she's going to go and try to arrive there at the same time. Although I am going to split off a little bit. Grab this warehouse token, or hideout token rather. Meet back up. Give me that. This is probably the largest collection of tokens gathering in the game. Quick grab this one last hideout token and then meet up with Cat over on this structure right here. Now right here we're going into a very scary trick called Shocker Skip, where I'm going to be avoiding the loading zone for the Shocker battle, so that I can then beat the snot out of him, reactivate the zone, and then hit him one last time, skipping the entire boss fight. I do have a backup save if this goes wrong, but I want to aim for this corner right here. I did trigger it, so I'm going to load the save. Dang. It's a very hard trick, but it saves minutes and minutes. So, we're going to have to load the save here. Does kind of suck, especially with Xbox load times. Our unloading saves pretty long for some reason. But we're gonna give that another shot. I was a little low there. That'll do it. And now we're just gonna beat him up. So, one combo? 2 combos, 3 combos, 4 combos, 5 combos, 1 hit. So his AI is not activated until now, but he still takes the damage. The reason that I can't just completely take him out is that will softlock the game. But fortunately we can just beat him within an inch of his life and then take one last hit, skipping the entire boss fight. moving us into Chapter 13. With a nice ass cam. Immediately right here, I'm going to take a quick shop stop by the last swing speed upgrade that we need. You don't quite need it, it's not required to beat the game, but it sure helps. Now we're moving at max speed, at least the max speed you can get without being in the post game. Through a bit of trees here. Didn't cause me too much trouble. We're gonna make our way to the Daily Bugle. Sometimes Spider-Man likes to land there as if he just jumped off a 10-story building. Not sure why. I'd like to give a shout out to all my Spider-Man homies in the chat right now. Love y'all. So Mysterio's greatest plan thus far is robbing the Speedy Mart. We're gonna do a big boss fight. It's done. And Mysterio. That's the last you'll see of Mysterio. The whole thing with that is it is a entire joke boss fight. You can just punch him once and he falls over. Head back into the Daily Bugle to be verbally abused by Jameson a bit more.
I can't believe that. Jameson would frame his own mother if he thought it would sell papers. What did I ever do to Jameson? What could he possibly have?
Down warp back here and then immediately climb back up. Not sure why it warps you down there. There's another Black Cat chase, but I'm kind of good on Black Cat chases. I think I'm just going to skip this one. Let's just go into the Daily Bugle here, causing the chase to go into the next section where you would normally meet the Shocker's goons on a rooftop, which disables the chase meter that watches how close you are to Black Cat, and then we can just go straight to the end point of the chase. First, though, I'm gonna need a couple more secret tokens. Grab another one from this warehouse. There's another pretty cool secret token under this bridge. Let's see if I can snag that one. Got that. We're on our way. So now there's another Shocker warehouse here with another Shocker boss fight that I am going to skip. Hopefully successfully the first time. Using basically the same trick as before. Boom, we're through.
This guy gave
So,
you Spider.
one combo,
Yeah, well, I was young.
two combo,
Subtle as a train wreck, aren't you?
three combo,
Shocker is still a boring
four
name.
combo,
What about Jacko-Ham?
five combo.
This guy gave you trouble, Spider?
Now we're gonna just activate that fight, and
Shield is really getting on my nerves.
just like that, Shocker has been cancelled from the speedrun. He is no longer here. We will not be seeing any more of him. So for those of you who wanted big, epic, 10-minute Shocker boss fights, I'm sorry, but they are not here to be found. Does move us into Chapter 14.
maybe I can make it tonight.
So the game gives you 5 minutes to get to Mary Jane's Play, which is an absurdly long amount of time. I legitimately think that you could maybe just run there in that time. It is not that far. I'm gonna go for... There's gonna be a fight in the alleyway here. I'm gonna go for a hero punch strat. We'll see if it works. I love it when that works. You hero punch all 3 of them, and then just follow up with an uppercut. That guy is stuck in the in the fire escape. That's a new one. All right, well, you know, fair. Never seen that one before.
Why can't they just tell MJ the truth? I can't believe she's getting married, and I'm just waving from the sidelines. Was I supposed to meet Kat?
We're supposed to meet Kat up here.
Guess I should go.
I'm pretty much already there by the time Peter Parker realizes it. There's a race with Black Cat. We're gonna destroy her. Even with rubber banding, like, you know, we'll try to kind of rubber band her in the general direction. It's not gonna be close. And that's good because you kind of need to win the race. Because winning... Ooh. Please win the race. Me? Did a sloppy movement here. Alright, we won. Winning the race gives you an additional 500 hero points, which we're gonna need. For some reason, you will not receive the 500 hero points if you die in what is probably the hardest fight in the game, right here. So, I'm gonna take out this sniper over here. Quick run over. This guy's following us. There's another guy also following us. We're gonna web ball him. If we can stop web balling the mech, that would be sick. Combo. Hit him again before he can wake up. I'm gonna be doing hero punch uppercut for damage on these. There's one mech down. There's another sniper here. Getting hit by the sniper shots deals a third of your health, so you really don't want them in the picture. Wow, these robots are being real mean to me right now. I don't want to punch him in the back. And hopefully they just shoot and don't do rockets like that. I managed to avoid them, and then I can just go behind him. Ooh, is he gonna be nice to me? Let's take him out. As Black Cat ragdolls in the background. Beautiful. We're going to be doing an interesting skip here.
Is Kat right?
I swear I'm doing this on purpose.
Do I really have... What about the people?
So jumping in the water will skip whatever line of dialogue that Spider-Man is saying at the moment. This is called scuba dialogue skip. And I promise it's on purpose.
So, what do I quit being?
So Spider-Man's internal monologue has more or less entirely been skipped, but we do have to save some time so that we can swing over to where we need to be next before it triggers.
But I can't give up being Spider-Man either. Maybe I can balance it.
So Black Cat's gonna spawn in that corner right there. There she is. And we're right there already, so we get to activate the cutscene.
I can balance both. Maybe it isn't too late. Maybe I can be Spider-Man and still be with MJ.
Now we're going to go to MJ's house to make a fool of ourselves. As soon as hit this, we need to go over this way. While Spider-Man is having another internal monologue, I'm going to go ahead and grab one last secret token. After this, we don't need to collect any more tokens. We're good. It's all story gameplay from here on out.
I should just keep away from her. At least she still has Harry.
And that'll bring us into Chapter 15. if this will load. There we go.
Harry's been a much better friend than I'll ever be. I'm no good for MJ anyway. He's better off with, what's his name?
So with his hero token thirst quenched, Spider-Man can focus on what he truly wants, going to his apartment, which is our first objective here. There you go. Quick up here, kind of maintain my height and thread the needle through here. This one you don't actually need to go into the apartment. Getting close enough is good enough. Jump out of here. Gotta go meet with MJ again. Apologize. So now MJ has been kidnapped off screen. We gotta go to the train track for that iconic train scene, fully recreated in game. First I gotta... Actually, I'm just gonna go around this building, it's not a big deal. I don't need to go over it. The movement here is a bit Build-A-Bear sometimes. You just gotta kind of go with it on the fly. It's not like there's a straight line right to where you're going every time. Now we have the train fight with Doc Ock. Alright.
Do you see her here?
No. I'm a risk my pride copies.
Ideally, he doesn't go for the grab, which he did. I should be able to just... like that. Pretty quick fight. Moving on to the last bit of pure movement in the game. I go to Doc Ock's warehouse. I don't know if he actually owns it, I'm gonna be honest. He might be squatting here. Not sure he actually has the deed to this warehouse. But right away in here we're going to have to do some switches. So I'm going to attempt to hit the first switch and then wall sprint up the wall while dodging Doc Ock's attack. Like so. I think it makes an interesting animation. Yep. Hit the switch. Get hit, apparently. Ooh. Pinball. Please. I am getting slaughtered here. Oh my wombo combo. That, oh. Oof. Sometimes Doc Ock likes to grab you when he knows he's not going to hit. You just kind of have to react to that and not dodge. Oh, he is right there. Okay, we got away. Gonna wait for that to pop. Boom. There's one more switch we gotta hit. We're gonna hit a web zip up here. Easy. That switches. We're moving into the fight. Time will be... This is the last boss fight. Time will be on the last hit of it.
Accept your fate.
So I'm going to web him up, and I'm going to attempt to basically stun lock him here, so that he can't get out with punches. Sometimes that happens, and you need to web him back up. Alright, we're doing good. And... time. That is it. Is that a sub-hour time in a marathon?
done. Whatever.
59:37. What? Even with the failed shocker skip, that is pretty good. That is better than I could hope for. Like I said, especially with that failed shocker skip. Yeah, 57:35. Yeah, that's insane. It took me so long to get sub 1 hour, and I just casually did it.
Now I must set.
Well, we're watching this very cool pre-rendered cutscene with the best that 2004 tech has to offer. Got Doc Ock here, taking it down. This cutscene's a minute or so. I think we got time to watch it. Look at that, Toby. Look at him. Look at that pre-rendered face. Yeah, I'm very happy with how I played. Like I said, barring that failed shocker skip, that was a very solid run. Cutscene is notable for that explosion in particular being way too loud.
I even tried a couple of times, but
I think a part of me always knew.
now you see why I can't.
I'm getting a little uncanny valley, but I love this cutscene.
Selfish to ask you.
I just associate this cutscene with happiness because I only watch it when I PB.
Peter.
Peter's acting all depressed,
Come on in.
but he's about to get a big surprise.
Expecting someone?
MJ,
Yeah, that's Toby. What are you talking
be
about,
getting married.
Glitch?
You.
I made a decision. This involves both of us, Peter. And you need to trust me to make my own choice. I know who you are. I know the life I'm choosing. And I want to be with you. That's the way it is. Deal. Go get him, Tiger.
Mary Jane, the girl next door, the girl I love, and now the girl waiting for me at the end of the day. Fate handed me amazing powers, and with those powers came a burden of responsibility.
He's gonna say it.
Somehow, though, having her with me makes that
He's gonna say the line.
Still, in the end, it's mine to bear. After all, there's still only one. Spider-Man.
He said it. I'd like to thank License-a-thon for having me for this run. I had a lot of fun. But that's pretty much it for me. We got in-game time 59:02. Stick around for Toby 3.